All right.
Oh yeah. Live from North Platte High School Studio B, welcome to Bulldog Banter, where students, stakeholders, and alumni come together to traverse the transformative power of education. This week's episode sponsored by the North Platte Public Schools Foundation and the Flower Market.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Bulldog Banter. I'm Madi Hildebrand.
I'm Reagan Lampy.
And this is the podcast where we talk about all things North Platte.
And do fun stuff.
Today, our guest is Russ Hoatson.
He's the night lead on our custodial staff. Yay. Hi, Russ.
Woo!
Thank you so much for coming on our podcast today.
Well, glad to be here.
So you said you've been working here for 15 years?
Yeah, pretty close to 15 years.
Fun.
And you graduated from North Platte,
Yeah.
correct?
No,
No.
I did not.
But did you go here?
No, I graduated from Hershey.
Okay, well,
We've
Willie
been
lied
lied
to
to.
us.
We've been
Willie,
like...
put the camera on you.
I was told he was an alumni.
Who told you that?
I don't know.
So you
He
made it
that
up?
It's fake news.
Okay, so he's not an alumni, but he's been here for a very long time.
Yeah, so it's fine. But anyway, so you went to
school-
Hershey.
Yes, Hershey. Close
Hershey.
enough.
Yep,
Yeah.
Hershey High School.
Close enough.
Back in the Stone Age when they still had the stone wheels with the center post in it, so you ride at school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so speaking of, like, how different is school now for, like, you seeing, like, everything still being in school? Because, like, you know, you're still in the high school and still around the environment, but other people not in the school environment don't, like, see how different it is from back then to now.
There's quite a few differences, especially in what goes on with the students compared to back then. Back in the 70s, we were basically, if you wanted to drink a water, you had to wait till you got let out of class. You could go to a fountain. There was no such things as water bottles.
Huh.
In fact, we didn't even have a place like a student lounge or anything like that to go to. Of course, no candy, no gum, none of that.
Really?
Yeah.
So did your kids go here?
Yeah, part of them did.
Part of them?
How many
Part
kids
of
do you
them
have?
did. Have five children.
5?
Really?
Yeah.
What are their names?
It'd be Benjamin Hoatson, and then Julianne Hoatson, and then we got Shelley Hoatson, and then we got Wesley Hoatson, and Caitlin Hoatson.
Goodness.
Which ones went to North Platte?
It would be Wesley and Caitlin.
And are they the youngest or the oldest?
They're
or
the youngest.
The youngest?
Yeah.
Where did your older kids go?
Into Hershey.
They went to Hershey.
Yeah. And part of them, Julie and Shelley, had a couple years in Okalala also. So
Did
kinda
your kids
spread.
like North Platte?
Well, we were living at Hershey at the time.
Yeah.
So that was the reason we did that as far as the older kids. As the younger ones, we moved to North Platte. It's been probably about 28 years ago. And then that started that part. And they, went to school here, enjoyed it. My son Wesley, he participated in the skills program. He won the skills state in the automotive 2 years in a row. I can't remember exactly which 2 years they were. And Caitlin, she was involved in different things here at the school. Loved the computer classes.
That's
So,
what Willie was telling us, that she was really good at this stuff.
Yeah, and she went on into Kearney to further her education there. So right now she's back in town and she's working at Baumgars, and she is the incoming freight manager
Oh, really?
down there. So a lot of computer skills involved with that in that area. Wesley, on the other hand, he's kind of started out as a diesel mechanic for John Deere, and now he has also left that area, and he's into sound as far as doing cons and some concerts in that. In fact, today he left with his crew to go to Dallas.
Oh, that's really cool.
So they'll be putting a deal on this coming weekend down there. But he travels all over the country, from Chicago to Las Vegas. February he's heading to San Francisco. But he loves the sound part of doing the sound part of these different concerts and stuff, and just loves that stuff.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a cool job.
Yeah. Benjamin, on the other hand, he's the oldest. He's into computer also. He works at Integrated Computer Systems with my brother Jim Hoatson, and they do a lot of computer work for doctors, lawyers' offices, different things around the city and state. They have been flown clear to California to work on systems out there. So not very often, but once in a while they'll get a out-of-state job to do something that way.
So a lot of your family does a bunch of computer stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes they do, except for me.
I was just about to ask if you ever got into that.
I rely mostly on my phone. So, and that's about as high-tech as I want to get. And if I got a question, I go to one of my sons, my daughters, my brothers, in order to deal with that. So
That sounds like my papa. He still has a flip phone, and he refuses to get a smartphone because he doesn't know how to work it.
I started with a bag phone.
Oh, what is that?
What is that? The very first cell phones that kind of came out was in a black bag that was about 10 inches long, 6 inches wide, and you actually had a receiver you picked up like a regular phone.
Oh, no. That is crazy.
I still have the same number,
Really?
phone number
Oh my gosh.
that I've had since then.
Whoa, that's
And-
actually really cool.
And that's going back almost 30 years.
Oh, my God.
I'm 17, and I've already had 2 phone numbers.
I've had like 4.
Yeah, I was about to break it down like 10.
Wow, that's crazy that you have the same phone number, too.
Yeah.
Wow. Where did the love from technology from like your kids and your brother, where did all that come from?
Oh, I don't think it came from me. But they just grew up in a world that was a lot more tech advanced.
Yeah.
Because when it first started, and it's hard to believe, in our house with the older kids, the first computer program we did, we had to write ourselves off of a manual. And you typed it in,
Oh my god.
one segment at a time. And I have no idea what they called it. The first video game that was then was called Pong.
Oh.
And you bounced a little white ball back and forth from one paddle to the next. That was it.
Very advanced.
Yes.
Now we have like Xboxes and
All that stuff.
yeah.
Do you have any grandkids? Oops.
Yes, I have 7. All girls.
7?
All
All girls?
girls.
Oh my gosh. How
Lucky.
old are they?
All the way from.
It's like we're quizzing him.
This is a very tough question. From about 22 or 3, clear on down to about 6 years old.
Oh,
Oh,
goodness.
so there's a wide variety.
Yeah.
Wide variety.
Yeah, you got, and
In
it's
there.
all girls.
All girls.
That's
Oh,
insane that
that
it's not a
is
single
insane.
boy.
So, not a single boy.
Not a single boy. Oh my gosh.
Is that who eats all the candy you and your wife make? Or the fudge?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fudge and stuff is, my wife and I make that together. I'm basically the stirring person,
Oh,
and
She's
does the
everything else?
cooking.
Oh.
She does, and I will cut it and package it sometimes, but that's it.
How did you guys get started with that?
My wife and her brother started this candy business about 10, 12 years ago. And they were doing some food catering and different things too. And it's evolved into just one of these where we just do the candy now. The brother has stepped out and basically does a little bit, but not very much now. And my wife and I have taken over the business basically. So.
Well, Willie told us last time we asked when you could do the podcast, you said you were so busy with your schedule because you guys got so many orders from the school.
Well, we have the one craft show we go to, and it's a Methodist craft show. And we had told almost $900 in about less than 6 hours there. We had taken some other orders. We stayed for the rest of the day and took orders for them. The very next week, I put out flyers here at the high school, and they were going, and just anybody who might want it, had no idea what it would turn into.
Yeah.
And then we ended up with, I think it was about $1,100 or $1,200 worth of orders out of the high school.
Oh, goodness.
Really? And then you were super busy?
We made all of that in the next week, in week and a half, say it that way. All of that was made up. And this is like at $7 a box to equal all of this. So.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And like my wife has figured out there's certain ingredients that make things taste better.
Yeah.
And so that's what she has experimented with over the years and gotten the formulas down to what we have it now. So.
I want to try this fudge.
Me too. Willie said he was going to order some, but then you told him that you were so busy, so he's like, well.
Never mind.
Now, she will make candy at any time. It don't have to be just during Christmas.
Yeah.
So it can be, if you decide you want to make an order, then I can get a deal down here for you to read it and see what we got.
We will.
Go from there.
We will make one together so we can try it.
I want to try it. With that many orders, it must be good.
Willie told us about how teachers from California came to North Platte and were shocked about how clean the school was compared to the schools down in California. How did that make you feel when you heard that from people from different state?
Makes us feel really good.
Yeah.
Pat on the back goes a long ways, and we get quite a few pats on the back around here. So I want to thank everybody in the establishment for doing that, because it takes the whole school system to make everything work. And so that's the reason that I kind of got involved with it. Of course, I wanted a job. I had worked part-time here for 10 years and worked at a full-time other job till that the other job disappeared. So I just asked them if I could go full-time. And that's what I've done since then. And the lead position came about to where I was offered the lead position, and I thought I could make things work smoother than what they might have had been before. So I thought, yeah, I'll try this. And so far it has worked pretty good. I have no reservations about accepting that job, and I enjoy it. There are trying times at times.
Yeah.
We have about 10 people working at night, every night. We clean every room in this school, every night. And then that also includes cleaning up after all of the activities, too. You got your basketball, you got football, all of the plays and everything to go on. We got different meals that are served to the different teams throughout the year, take care of all of that. But it's all working together as a unit. So, and I want to make all of my employees feel like it's a job that they enjoy.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if you got a happy worker, you get more things done. I can be forceful if I have to be. I don't like to do that.
Yeah.
But most of the time, everybody knows what is expected of them. They do it. If I'm gone, it still gets done. So that's the main thing.
Yeah.
I know my boss, Lori Coburn, has been very good with me. She's helped me out when things got tough. And then right now, we got enough people where I don't have quite as much to do. I have more responsibility as far as supervising everyone and keeping everything in a straight line
Yeah.
and trying to do more as far as the school itself.
Have you noticed like any specific challenges working here?
Probably the biggest thing is we got 1 or 2% of the kids that can create challenges for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of them are great. But it's just things that pop up once in a while that, why did this happen? Why is this done? But just like I tell other employees, we just roll with the flow, do it, take care of it, and go on.
Yeah.
And Corey, the principal, has been outstanding. One of the best principals I've ever experienced in all of the years that I've been here.
We love Spatansky.
We love him. He's definitely one of the best people that has came into the district.
Yeah.
I personally think.
All of the administration now at the high school is very good and work with them very well. They work with us. It's just one of the things that makes things easier for everybody if you do that.
What's your favorite part of working at North Platte specifically?
Probably fixing things that get broke
Yeah.
or come loose or whatever, be it desks or minor things here and there that people can't get to work correctly. So I'm a gadget guy.
Yeah.
I am one of these handyman that have the knack for being able to not fix everything. I do try to realize my limits, and if it goes further than that limit, then someone else has to deal with it.
Everyone's a handyman to a certain extent.
Yeah. Like I built this table.
Reagan practically Bob the Builder.
I'm just kidding. I
Not
did
me.
not
Don't
know how
ask me
do
to put
any of
anything
this.
together. I'll break it. Gosh.
Well, whenever we do projects, we love having you because you always turn on the lights and you're always so interested in all the projects that we're doing and you get us ladders and stuff. So we're super thankful for everything that you do for just our team specifically.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. That goes a long ways.
Yeah.
Another pat on the back. But yeah, it's that to put smiles on everyone's faces around here. That's what we're working for.
Yeah.
Try and keep that smile up there. And there is so much learning going on in this school, and everybody's wanting to get to that point and make things better for everybody. So that's a real thing that I try to do.
Yeah. Is there any like specific advice or anything else you want to say to viewers and watchers?
Kids specifically.
Okay, on the kids specifically. All of you out there that are thinking about maybe doing something that you know you shouldn't do, think about it twice and don't do it. As far as the rest of you, keep up your smiles, your thank yous, everything else, and do a good job at school because it will pay off in life. School is one of the best things that you can do in life. You're going to find out once you get out how good school was, because the working part afterwards is not near as joyful
Yeah.
as this part during school.
Yeah. I'm already figuring that out.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on our podcast today, and thank you for everything that you do for Bulldog Productions. We are so grateful for you.
Yes.
And it was so much fun talking to you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for everything. It's great to have this show, and I'm glad you guys invited me.
Yes, of course. All right. See you guys on the next podcast.
Bye.